Hey, friends. I hope you are doing well today. There are so many things that we could talk about this week, for sure, as we do our check ins. But this week, we thought we would talk about courageous conversations. So, having those difficult conversations, ones that are um, challenging, ones that are uncomfortable, ones that make us squirm a little bit in our seats, and but also ones that we know are important. Um, so I don't know about you, but um, growing up, there were things that we were told not to talk about, right? Politics, religion, race sometimes are things that aren't talked about. My family was a little different in that race regard, to be honest, and I have some good stories of a very faithful grandmother who was ahead of her time when it came to a lot of things, and that I would love to share with you sometime. Um, but this week, we're going to talk about those courageous conversations and encourage one another to have them. One of the things that I remember seeing as a younger person came from Ephesians 4:29, and it says, "Let no evil talk come out of your mouths, but only what is useful for building up, as there is need, so that your words may give grace to those who hear." So Ephesians 4:29. It's such a powerful verse, and such a good thing for us to remember. It's not about being politically correct, not at all. It's about sharing conversation, sharing words with one another, and for the purpose of building each other up, for the purpose of bringing grace, and for the purpose of showing the world what God wills us and calls us to do. So jot that one down. I'll put it in the comments. Ephesians 4:29. But one of the things that I'm hoping that we might do together in the next several weeks is something I mentioned in worship yesterday during the offering, about inviting you to be a part of a 21-day challenge. Now, there are several of these out there right now, and I'll link all of those in the comments for you. They're all kind of come from a person, an author named Debbie Irving, who has devised these 21-day challenges, all kinds of things. Then Eddie Moore Jr., who is also a writer and advocate for anti-racism, came out with his 21-day challenge. And then Myers Park Presbyterian also came out with one based on Eddie Moore's challenge. I hope I'm not getting drowned out here by my gardening friends behind us. But so Myers Park also put one out. So I'm going to link all three of those. They're all pretty much the same. But what they do is they invite us to read books, to read articles, to read blog posts, to watch videos and movies and all kinds of resources that are pretty amazing. So they do all that work for you. There's also, for those of you who like to have a checklist and keep yourself accountable, there are spreadsheets where you can show what you did. And then in the weeks to come, we can all come together virtually, more than likely, and talk about what we've learned and what we've found out about each other, but mostly what we find out about ourselves. Because sometimes I think we need help with our own words, and sometimes we need to do some discerning on our own before we can feel like we even know the questions to ask or the conversations to have. So that's what we hope this 21-day challenge will afford each one of us, is to figure out these the questions that we have, to understand our own hearts and our own feelings and our own processes, and about difficult conversations as they pertain specifically around race and racism and anti-racism. And so it's been on our hearts and our minds to do something like this for a while. And as you know, society sometimes does this to us. It pushes us out of the thinking mode and right into the doing mode. So that's where we are, and we're going to take that as a sign that it's time for us to do some good hard conversations about that. But first, we want you to be able to do that thinking on your own. So again, I'll put those resources, those 21-day challenges, in the comment section for you to take a look at, and do it however you need to do it best. And then we'll come together and we'll talk about it. In the meantime, if you have questions about how to go about this, if you have concerns that are weighing on you, reach out to David or Phil or to me or to Catherine Ann and let us just talk through it. I don't think we have the answers. I know, as a matter of fact, we don't have the answers. But we want to talk through all of this with you now and in the weeks to come. So if you, again, have any questions about any of this, about how to go about it, reach out and let us know, and let us walk with you through that. So because all of us, as we have said for a long time at St. Luke's, we are all stronger together when we have these conversations that are hard. And I am so grateful for some of you who are willing to enter in these conversations, all kinds of conversations with me. You know who you are. And to know that we don't have to agree on every detail, but the big picture is what we're looking for, and let's walk through it together and understand who God is calling us to be. So there you have it, friends. Stay tuned. Every day you're going to hear from a staff member and a special guest at the end of the week about how we can have good, meaningful conversations with one another about hard things. So we love you guys, and we look forward to being with you again as soon as we're able. And until then, we'll see you online.